this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead, and I am on my 4th day into a preserving week. Yesterday it was basically, I've canned every day, and yesterday as well I also did some things for the freezer, so it's more like a cooking day for me. Today I'm going to be canning again, but it's not going to be what I would class as a cooking day. So I've got several things. I'm just going to let the camera run and try and ignore Mason, and chop it up when I edit it and send it out in segments rather than a whole mash of today. So one of the first things I want to start off is Pea and Ham Soup, or rather my version of it. I'm following basically the Habitat soup. Yeah, notes on it as I've done it before, and it was lovely, so I'm doing it again because I've got none on my shelves. So basically it says 2 cups of peas, and this should make about 5 pints. So here it is. My hand's shaking like mad. 1 cup. Oh, I'll put them all in. It's roughly 2 cups of split peas. And just go through and have a look. If there's anything you don't like, then throw it. You don't want to can anything you don't like, it's stone, or that one is a funny colour. It's got the skin missing, but never mind. Well, that seems alright. Wash them off. I've got my colander sitting in a bowl just in case they fall through the little holes. So that's them washed off. It's got a largish pan, and this stick all to your colander. Never mind. Now it says you want about 8 cups of water. Oh, as I say, I've been on a preserving week, and so I've got quite a few vegetable scraps which I've made veg stock with. As I say, I've been on a preserving week. I'm in the middle of it. So I've got vegetable stock here. This is one that didn't seal. So it says 8 cups of water, but I'm using the vegetable stock. 1, 2 in a jar. And because they weren't all full at the time, put another one in. And I've only got a little teeny bit of the veg stock left. So now just bring them up to the boil and let them simmer for about an hour. My peas have now been simmering away for about an hour. So you're supposed to, if you wanted a smooth consistency, put it in your blender or anything. I prefer a bit of texture to it. So I'm just going to mash the peas down with a potato masher. And that'll help to break them up more. Slow it, I'm burning my hands. Ha! I mean, when I've made this before, it does come out quite quite smooth and silky, but with bits, lumpy bits in it, lumpy bits of peas, which is nice. So that's what I'm doing again. So now you're supposed to add your other ingredients to it. About 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, and carrot and onion. There's about 1/2 cups of carrots and a medium-sized onion, and in there you go. The carrots are ones that I preserved and froze, so they're going in. So that's the allspice added, the carrots and the onion, and you add your bits of ham now. This is some gammon that I had cooked up and made Hawaiian pizzas with. There isn't that much of it, but it only needs a little bit in a jar. So we're going to leave that now for about half an hour, and then we can can it up. I've got my jars heating in the sink. Lids have been scalded. As I say, my jars have been sitting in hot water, and now I'm going to just fill them up. But I do want liquid in these as well. Inch head space. That's what it looks like. I'll check it in a minute. They're in there. Let's shoot this one. Deep bubble. And that looks touch high. So I'll take a carrot out and a few peas, and that'll do. Whoops, hot. Wipe your rim. I use kitchen towel and dipped in vinegar. And that lid's hot. And put it in the canner and carry on doing the rest of them. That's 7 jars in the canner, because I did add more peas and the rest of the vegetable stock I got. So I've got 7 pints in the canner, and I'm going to bring it slowly to a boil so it vents a steady stream from here. And when it's doing that, I will time it for 10 minutes. And when it's had its 10 minutes, I will put this weight on that, let it come up to pressure, so it's 11 pound of pressure, and then I will lower the heat slightly and keep it at 11 pounds of pressure for 75 minutes. And then when it's had its 75 minutes, I will turn the heat off, let it cool down completely naturally, so it's basically in the same state as it is now. The thing at the back is not lifted. I can take my weight off. If you touch it and it starts hissing or anything, you know there's still pressure in there, so just leave it alone. When you touch it and wiggle it around and there's no hissing or anything, and your thing has gone down at the back, you know that there's no pressure in there. You can take your weight off, open it up, make sure you open it away from you, let them stand for a couple of minutes and then take them out. So I may show you after I've taken them out, because as you know I use the tattle lid, so I have to crank them down when they come out. Then again I might just show you in the morning. I've just taken the 7 jars out of the can and you can see them bubbling away. I've tightened the lids down, which you need to do with tattlers. They don't look as green as I've done the pea and ham soup when I've done it in the past, but I think that's basically because I use vegetable stock instead of water, and that had got a lot of colour to it that was not green, so that's why I think they're not very green this time, but it will still taste the same. So yeah, score 7 for my shelves, and I've had enough. This is the end of the 4th day preserving, cooking and everything, so I'm having a day off tomorrow. I think I'll do some sewing. Bye.
It's a perfect situation. It's when the bad news bears for me a bag of 10